Hi, I'm Paul Hahn, and this is my extra credit project for the Intro to Environmental Science ENR 201 at The Ohio State University. I'm doing the Big Darby Creek. As you can see, it's right here behind me. I chose the Big Darby Creek because I live fairly close to it, and it's a state and it's a national scenic river. It's heavily protected. It's one of the few creeks and water sources in this area that's not heavily polluted. And so I did a little bit of research on this. Just a little bit of background on this. When the settlers came here at first, it was a fairly common thing to see a stream like this, just little creeks and streams and things all over the place, but most of them now have been either rerouted into drainage ditches or into pipes and underground paths and things. There aren't as many left above ground like this, with trees and things around them. Because of that, this creek is now considered kind of special. There's about 30 organizations trying to protect it. This is the Big Darby Creek. It and its main tributary, the Little Darby Creek, they both flow into the Scioto River, but they have a major watershed in Franklin, Madison, and some other counties up Union, some other counties out just west of central Ohio. This river was in 1967. The city of Columbus tried to dam this creek to make a reservoir for the city of Columbus water, and a political battle ensued, and many groups got involved, and it ended in 1984 when the state declared it a state scenic river, after the state Supreme Court said that it was constitutional to do so, and that ended the argument, and the city of Columbus found a different water source. But 10 years after that, the national government actually decided to make it a scenic river as well. So it is currently now a state and national scenic river. In the early 2000s, the Big Darby Accord was formed, and it has jurisdiction over anything that goes on in the watershed in Franklin County. It was formed to protect this creek from the city of Columbus and its suburbs expansion into the watershed. I know that the Big Darby Accord has had influences on neighborhoods not being built. There was a golf course a couple of years ago that wasn't built because the Big Darby Accord didn't want the fertilizers and things running into the creek. There are some farms and things. There's farm runoff into here, but it's nowhere near the amount as the Scioto River or other creeks around the area. A few facts on this river. It's the State Department of Natural Resources says there's about 86 species of fish in this creek, including 5 which are on the state endangered species list and 1 which is nationally endangered. The Scioto pot dam. It's a nationally endangered fish, and it's natural. It's a local fish. It's from this area originally. As well as the fish, there's about 40 freshwater mussels and mollusks and things that live in this creek, including 8 of which are on the Ohio's endangered species list. There's also, if you listen for a minute, you can probably hear some birds in the background. They're birds and lots of mammals and things that live in the path of this creek. There's trees on both sides, and they create lots of homes for all sorts of wildlife. Which brings us to the question: why just this river? There were all sorts of creeks and things all over this river, all around this area when people first came here. And so why this river? Why this creek? Why not try and protect most of them?